Well, a very good evening, everybody, as the United States host the International Champions Cup for the last time, sadly, in 2018 here at the famous MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Real Madrid, the kings of European football, meeting Roma here, and the spectacular backdrop of Manhattan. We're just across the water here in New Jersey. Familiar sights to so many, of course, although I must say that as the evening drew in, the clouds did gather and we are a little behind schedule because of some electric storm activity. The fans were forced to wait outside and encouraged to take shelter for an hour or two. They were milling around outside, desperate to get in to meet and greet their heroes. Real, one of the latest to resume work for 2018-19, but it really wouldn't be the same without them, of course. They arrived in the USA at the end of July. They started with defeat against Manchester United in Miami, up to Landover, Maryland, where they produced some sparkling stuff against Juventus. And not only have we seen the elite front names, but also some extraordinary gifted youngsters. Roma here, with a couple of friendlies under their belt before they arrived in San Diego to play Tottenham Hotspur. That turned into a hefty defeat, but a big improvement down in Texas from them when they beat Barcelona 4-2, and now they intend to continue the improvement here on the East Coast. And the great news is the game is on, despite the inclement weather of the evening.
The last match, I think we played very well. The team was able to come from behind, we won. And regarding tonight, we are going to face a difficult opponent, because Rome reached the Champions League semi-final last season and they signed very good players, so this season they are going to be stronger. So it's not going to be an easy game, but of course for us it's really very important, because we would like to play a good game, a good performance, to win the match, of course, to make our fans happy tonight, and we'll try to do our best.
It's been a long preseason, important preseason. What do you feel like the team has gotten out of this trip to the United States?
Sí, estamos contentos de estar aquí en la pretemporada en Estados Unidos. Creo que se nos ha dado bastante bien. Estamos acabando ya el último partido antes de comenzar ya la temporada, y bueno, esperamos dar un buen espectáculo.
Yeah, we are happy to be here. It was a good pre-season. We did well. Today is our last game before the new season kicks off, and we hope it will be an entertaining game.
Marcano, one of a host of new names at Roma, as they try to step up from what they achieved in 2017-18. Sergio Ramos is back for Real Madrid. Didn't play at the weekend, but they certainly put him through his paces pre and post game, and now very keen to get back to the job proper. Toni Kroos already beginning to put the nightmarish World Cup he endured with Germany behind him. He's without his regular partner Luka Modric just at the moment, and Gareth Bale has picked up where he left off last season. That wonder goal in the UEFA Champions League final, and one very special one from him at the weekend, and maybe just looking a bit rejuvenated and full of life since the departure of Ronaldo. We shall see if that continues. The new man in goal for Roma is Robin Olsen, Sweden's World Cup goalkeeper. Edin Dzeko, of course, who's had a stellar career at Roma, will lead their line here. And Steven El Shaarawy up there with Dzeko, and a proper handful for the best when he's on his day. Player who just seems now to be adding a bit of maturity after a couple of false starts earlier in his career. So here we are in the famous home of the New York Jets and New York Giants. It's an extraordinary venue, and to think that the old Giants Stadium right next door was deemed obsolete after only 30 years, only in America. A very grand backdrop, as all the big stadiums have been, and For the players arriving from Europe, one thing they always say is how they love the opportunity to play in these great citadels of the NFL. Few match this one. So the original kickoff time, some 25 minutes ago. Nobody was going to leave when they were told there's a problem with the weather. They all waited and waited. The forecast suggested that the skies would clear, and happily that has proven to be the case. Nobody wants to miss this. And as elsewhere, huge support nowadays across the United States for some of the biggest club names from Europe. Liverpool, Manchester United, Real Madrid, Barcelona particularly, Bayern Munich to a degree. Although I can only suggest that Roma will not feel all alone here, especially in New Jersey. It all began up in Chicago at Soldier Field on July the 21st, and in the International Champions Cup 2018 it has spanned Southeast Asia, from there to the west coast of the USA, from Singapore to Santa Clara, and how this ambitious global enterprise has grown. It's entertained and enthralled huge crowds everywhere. 18 of the world's greatest club names, and all of them in turn have embraced the opportunity to reach out to their fan bases far from home. Wouldn't quite be the same without Real Madrid, of course. The greatest of the great. For all the clubs, of course, opportunity to make new friends, and also to explore all the commercial and marketing opportunities which nowadays go hand in hand with success on the field. Roma, of course, with American ownership these days. So this is the ideal format for all these big clubs. They're all so keen to be a part of it. And it comes at the right time of the year, in tune with the primary task of preparing for the arduous campaign ahead. And no doubt that the competitive and often fiery nature of the games we have witnessed will stand all these teams in good stead in the months ahead. Filling very quickly here now. The ground staff are still doing a little bit of mopping up, tidying up after the rainstorms. Great atmosphere once more. It's a multi-purpose venue, as I'm sure you're aware, here at the MetLife Stadium. In addition to the upcoming calendar for the Giants and the Jets, some big name performers, likes of Ed Sheeran, to play here in September. He's got 2 nights. Kenny Chesney, Beyonce and Jay-Z just a few nights ago. But here for 1 night only, it will be Real Madrid and Roma. And it's a hot ticket itself. Moot point, of course, on an occasion like this, whether it should have a roof on it, and I understand that the original plan was for there to be a roof, but cost prohibited it in the end. They did spend $1.6 billion US on this, so I suppose that would have taken it over the 2 billion mark. It's even stretching it for New York. Quite a few of the modern NFL stadiums do now have a roof elsewhere. Of course, in some cases in the south, it's mainly to keep the heat off. World Cup referee Mark Geiger gets this high-profile assignment in the International Champions Cup, and he is a man for a big occasion. Good World Cup behind him. Korea Republic against Germany. Infamous World Cup night for Germany, that one. Portugal, Morocco, and the knockout game between Colombia and England, which England won on penalties. And a reminder that it could be penalties here again at the 90-minute mark if we are all square. That's the format in the International Champions Cup. Ronaldo maybe no more at Real Madrid. Zidane has said farewell, but in this tournament Real may already have shown us their future. The new coach, Lopetegui, forged his reputation developing young talent, and the club have certainly given the youngsters their chance, running Juventus ragged in the second half a few nights ago. But this evening, Sergio Rᴏᴍᴜ is one of the youngsters at left back. Dani Ceballos also starts. Otherwise, Real revert to what is very close to full strength, given the continued post-World Cup absence of Luka Modric. Roma, a lot of new faces this season, but still the question over how they will fare with having lost two major figures in the keeper āļisson and midfield general Radja Nainggolan. Robin Olsen, the Sweden international, is the new man in goal. Javi Pastore arrived from Paris Saint-Germain, and a first-choice field to their front line tonight, including El Shaarawy and Edin Dzeko. And a lot of very seasoned men for Di Francesco to call upon from off his bench. The expectation here is that Real will give the youngsters some time in the spotlight once more. And what of the future of Keylor Navas, who has lived with speculation since day one at Real Madrid, and all the talk is that Thibaut Courtois is on his way. So referee Geiger awaiting the countdown. Real Madrid, the best of the best. A staggering 13 European Cups in their trophy cabinet in the Bernabeu. Lest we forget though, Roma proved in the Champions League only last season to be a match for the very best on their best nights, particularly Barcelona and Liverpool. I'll just give a bit of colour-coding advice. That is probably about the third strip for Real Madrid, and I don't think we've ever seen them in that particular shade before. Otherwise, let's hope it's Real Madrid normal service resume. Delighted to welcome Pat Fenlon back. Pat.
Yeah, Paul, looking forward to it. Like you say, some very talented players on the pitch. It is unusual to get your head around Real Madrid wearing red. But like I said, there is some talent on the pitch, and big season for both clubs, because Madrid, obviously with Ronaldo going, it's a new era from them. Haven't spent loads of money in the transfer market, which they normally do. Maybe they're believing they've got a lot of good young talent as well. And Roma as well will want to get closer, although they've lost some decent players. They'll want to get closer to Juventus, you would think, to keep their supporters happy. So big season for both clubs.
Tantalising glimpses of the elite for Roma in recent years. Those incredible Champions League nights. Not quite able to see it through against Liverpool. But a real spirit to them in recent years. Spalletti picked up from what had been achieved by Rudi Garcia, and Francesco, since he took charge, seems to have added even more steel to the mentality at Rome. But they're caught out here early on. What a start! Marco Asensio, who came on against Juventus and was electrifying up front. Well, he just ran away from the back four there. Real in front inside a minute and a half.
Yeah, it's a fantastic start for Real Madrid, like you say, Paul. Great ball here from Bale, just played over the top for Asensio, come in off the line. Fantastic running there. Keeper's made his mind up to come, stops, hesitates, and it's a good finish. But here you see outside of the left boot, fantastic ball, all the way taken off for him as well. Just strokes it home. Great finish, great start to the game.
Quite right to pick that out. Every time you look at that ball by Bale, it looks better.
Yeah, like I said, it's a great ball with the outside of his left foot, but you see the ball slow up just as he's coming onto it. Still has a little bit of work to do, but the keeper's in no man's land a little bit. Gives him plenty of the goal to see, and he finishes really well.
Maybe the fact it was dying with that bend on it from Bale, that just put doubt into the mind of the goalkeeper. But when he gets his moments in front of goal, Marco Asensio looks ice cool. Yeah, in fairness to the goalkeeper, you're probably right, probably thinks it's skiddy and it'll come through, and it doesn't. It dies at death a little bit on him. Maybe the pitch is a little bit heavy as well, but it's still a very good finish. But what a ball from Bale, fantastic ball the outside of his left foot. Early goals a feature of this tournament for Roma. They actually scored just about as early against Tottenham. Edin Dzeko controlling that with his hand. Ran through just as easily as Asensio did at the other end, didn't he?
Yeah, it was a little half chance, great ball into the right hand, so it just kicked up on him, maybe in behind him. That one he's looking for a little bit more pace on the ball as he's gone beyond it, sticks his hand out, never getting away with that one. But
Dani Carvajal couldn't keep it in play. That early goal here has electrified the stadium once more after all the electrical storms in the night sky here in New York, New Jersey over the last few hours. Ramos doing the mopping up after the great start here. Lopetegui again seems in tune with the job somehow.
Yeah, like I said, he's managed a lot of players, hasn't he? Younger players as well through Spain. So like we said, Real Madrid have a lot of young talent in their squad at the moment, and he's hoping maybe to nurture them and bring them through into the first team.
Absolutely dazzling display from his youngsters in the second half against Juve. Juve could not get near them. A great little run forward by Kolarov. Roma response is good here.
Yeah, it's been very good. It's been an open start to the game, and there you see Ramos twice in the position just to clear the ball out. Proper defending.
Very much back to work, even though Ramos has not featured starting a game yet. Watched him do a long running session in the heat the other day. Pastore's corner for Roma. Does get a touch on it here. Big boots to fill, of course, in the departure of ― What's your view on him, having seen him at the World Cup?
Yeah, he looks a tidy goalkeeper, good with his feet as well. You know, but like you say, his big boots to fill, you lose a goalkeeper of ― quality. You know, it's a big ask for him, but I'm sure he's plenty of experience, plenty of quality as well.
nonetheless, Pat, it probably is going to be a little bit of a step up, isn't it, from Copenhagen? No disrespect to them. Rᴏᴍᴜ, starting his second full season in charge, former Roma player, of course. He won the title, Serie A title under Capello as a hard-grafting midfielder in 2000-2001, and he's worked his way, grafted his way up in Italy in the coaching ranks. This is his dream job, and a very good start last season.
Roma looking to play out from the back like we've seen him against Tottenham as well. Real Madrid getting a full press on them, but they were brave and got out with, lucky enough to get out with it that time. But it'll be interesting over the course of the game to see they continue with that, with Madrid pressing them.
Dani Carvajal has room. Perotti was tracking him back, kept alive by Benzema. Gareth Bale, that's about the position. He scored a fantastic goal the other night, about 5 or 6 yards outside the box. I tried to suggest to you, Pat, there was a Bale, he's just went a little bit too soon then, but he is moving now, and the whole, just this body language just seems like, now I'm the guy, now Ronaldo has gone.
Yeah, definitely, it's a big season for him, like you say. He's been in the shadow of Ronaldo for a few seasons, but I think that goal as well in the Champions League has to give him massive confidence as well. He's a fantastic talent, there's no doubt about that, but can he step up to fill them big boots? He's done well for Real Madrid, but obviously with Ronaldo gone, it is a big season for Bale, but his movement off the ball is fantastic.
Kolarov forward again, that might be kept alive. Oh, what a touch that is, plucking it out the air, brilliant. Roma matching Real Madrid, blow for blow here early on. Cut out by Navas, wasn't the best angle on it from Dzeko. Isco struggled a little bit against Juve, he's giving it away there. And the shot is beaten away by Navas from Dzeko. Benzema, that's nice from him. Young left back, Rᴏᴜᴜ. They actually spent 40 million on a fullback, Álvaro Odriozola, who did play in the previous game. But the senior man here is Dani Carvajal in that right back position. I say senior man, but this is Real Madrid, and when an established first teamer, Pat, they've spent 40 million on a kid in my position.
Yeah, you
I think it's time to get back to work.
Yeah, you got to get worried, definitely. Like you say, when you got Carvajal, who's a fantastic player as well, and is willing to go and splash 40 million on maybe a backup, you know, you got to be at your game this season, that's for sure.
Same may apply, I think, to Isco. Bale kept it alive. It's going to be a Real Madrid corner.
He did great, Bale there, didn't he? It's a no ball and it's gone dead, and he retrieves it, keeps it in, and in the end wins the side of the corner. Here's Isco getting robbed just like outside his own box, try to handle it then. Dzeko just trying to bend it in with his left foot. Good save from Navas, simple enough for him, but he's got to beat it away, and he doesn't knock it back straight down, he knocks it away. Decent save.
Quick restart. Marcano clear. Marcano came in on a free transfer from Porto. They spent nearly 25 million on Pastore. 7 million on the new keeper Olsen, 4 million on another goalkeeper Mirante, Davide Santon, nearly 10 million. It's fairly ambitious spending, isn't it?
Yeah, they've spent a good bit of money. Like you said, they've lost some decent players, but they've also spent a lot of money, which again brings its own pressure as well, doesn't it? And they finished a long way behind Juventus last year, you know, so it's a big season for them.
Juve clear of Napoli, both of those two over the 90-point mark. Roma third with 77. Benzema, so unselfish, willing to work for others. Kroos had time to line up the possible ball into Bale. Bale liked it.
Seen that movement already from Bale. He popped up on the right hand side of the pitch for the goal with his delivery, popped up in the central area where he was offside, and that time he's coming off the other line. Now his movement is fantastic.
Nacho. Bale moving freely again. I got the chance to interview him a couple of times over the last year or so, Pat, and we'll come back to it. Here's Carvalho, a great win back by him. Collar off. Looks like it will be a throw-in rather than a corner in that corner. With Bale, the question of how he's got over his injury has been a huge one, and he did actually tell me more than once, I've been in a lot of pain even though I knew I was fit and I knew I had to play, but to me he looks now as though he's putting all that behind him.
Yeah, he looks free, doesn't he, and his movement is very good, like I said earlier on, but he's just that type of player. He's a dream, and he is a superstar, but he's a team player as well. We've seen that with Wales at the Euros. He's fantastic with the team, and like I said, it's a big season for him, and you'd like to see him step up to the plate and really have a fantastic season at Real Madrid.
Kroos was quickly onto it. Benzema looks like one or two of these first team established stars watched on at the weekend and thought, if I'm not at it, there's a good few kids who might be promoted. They're all at it here.
That's a dream for the manager, isn't it? When young players come in and put on a performance like they did, it does send that message to other players. Maybe we haven't signed a few, but maybe the reason is we've got some here already.
Both sides are playing well here. It's been a great start. I know they set a different standard to the rest in terms of the UEFA Champions League, but it does say something about their league, doesn't it? That they've struggled so much. They've given it away here, and they might pay Pastore. Mistake by Navas, really. El Shaarawy just hesitated. Pastore again, he couldn't get it down. And Real come away with it. Bit nervy that was from the keeper. Roma come again with Perotti.
Yeah, like you say, they've started really well, Madrid, on the offensive, really attacking. Movement's been very good, but they've copped up a couple of chances already. Isco getting possession, goalkeeper chipping the ball into midfield, giving possession away as well.
Young left back almost got caught out then, but Ramos was just covering him well. Dani Ceballos. Rᴏᴍᴜ. Benzema came to help. Rᴏᴜʟn. Always backing themselves to play. Bale goes again. What a handful he's proving. Marcano can't get near him. Gareth Bale, different class. Real Madrid lead 2-0. And he's doing all the damage himself. Well, they came to see a show and they're not being disappointed.
Yeah, here you see it's a brilliant ball, brings the defender short, and he backs himself because he's got so much pace. Once he gets in that position, you've got a problem because he can go both ways. Just comes inside onto his left foot, gives the keeper the eyes, maybe goes across his narrow side. But great ball, great run from Bale again. Here you see him just takes it when he gets in that position, the edge of the box. You got a real problem as a defender. Like I said, he goes both ways. That time he just cuts back on his left foot, sticks it in the bottom corner. Brilliant start from Bale, brilliant start Madrid.
So Asensio early and Bale doubling the lead, but it's Been all about Gareth Bale in the last 2 games, 2 brilliant goals. Roma have not done a lot wrong going forward.
No, they've created a couple of chances by pressing Madrid as well, but defensively they've been cut open a couple of times as well, and that'll be a worry for the manager.
Ceballos bundled over. Cross, room for Benzema this time. Edged off it by Kolarov. That's not very good from De Rossi. Roma shaken and stirred here.
Yeah, you see it, Benzema just nudged off it by the defender. Good defending, no foul there, nice and solid. Gets his body in the way and guides Benzema out of the way. Poor play from De Rossi, but as the ball was played back into him, straight out for a corner kick.
Cross to Carvajal. Nacho trying his hand up there. We heard from Rᴏᴍᴜ before kick-off. We need to be ready for Atletico and the UEFA Super Cup next week.
Yeah, and again, you're talking about, you know, Roma want to get closer to Juventus. You know, Madrid will want to get closer to Barcelona. There's no doubt about that. Like you say, it's a big season for them as well to get tighter to Barcelona. It's been too easy for them last season.
Steered backward comfortably by Carvajal. It cannot be easy being Keylor Navas, but time and again he has seen off rivals and lived with rumours that there were other high-profile goalkeepers coming in. Do you think it undermines him at some point?
I think so. As a goalkeeper, as any player, you're looking in that position and you're looking at a club maybe going to spend serious money on a goalkeeper. You know, he's hardly going to come in and maybe sit on the bench. So, but he's very good with his feet, Navas, as well, and that's one thing Madrid want. They want a goalkeeper that's able to play out.
Roma carved open again. The flag's gone up this time. Asensio offside, but he stuck it in anyway.
Yeah, it's a cheeky finish to save Asensio, but having a problem down the side of both centre halves, wide players coming in off the line. It's a very, very tight call,
to say the least.
Very, very tight call, but it's a good finish from Asensio. But they are having a problem with both wide players for Madrid, Bale and Asensio, coming in narrow in space down the side of the centre halves.
Now Pastore. Edin Dzeko looks to hit it. Good cover by Carvajal. Perotti. Tracked by Ceballos. Rᴏᴜᴜ got his head to it. Well picked up by Cristante on the edge of the box. Good looking ball in there, and again Navas looking a little below his normal level. Bit nervy here perhaps, apprehensive, isn't he?
Yeah, it was a decent ball into the box. Florenzi, I think it was on that side, played it in. I think it's Navas comes across, Navas comes out for it, but I think Ramos maybe puts him off a little bit by a little, you know, flick at the ball. Does well to get it at a second, and here you see the ball in. You see Ramos just throw a leg at it. Maybe unseats the keeper a little bit.
Fortunate there.
He was. It came off the back of Nacho, didn't he? And straight to the goalkeeper. Very lucky.
De Rossi struggling really to get this game by the scruff of the neck. His regular partner Nainggolan has gone, of course, and Strootman's only on the bench at the moment. Benzema for Real Madrid, who have moved beautifully going forward, and Bale, one goal and a big part in the first one as well. seems like Lopetegui has clicked the switch with Asensio as well, Pat, since he's come in.
Yeah, his movement has been very good tonight, Asensio. Like you say, a bit like Bale, willing to come in and play central as well as wide, switch wings with Bale. Just look at Bale there, you see a player full of confidence. He just, loads of time the ball, nonchalantly just dinks it to the back post to his other winger on the far side. He is a player playing with huge confidence at the moment.
Perotti. Kolarov. Great cross with the ball, of course. El-Shaarawy coming off his flank. And Florenzi on the follow-up. Playing out from the back with total belief in what they're doing, aren't they?
Yeah, but when you got a goalkeeper, and you know, because in fairness to Roma, they are pressing the ball, but the one way to beat a press is a goalkeeper that can ping it over your head, and that's what he's done really well so far.
Benzema. Ceballos. Gareth Bale. For Benzema again, and there's De Rossi who got in the way of it. Here's Pastore looking to establish himself at his new club. I don't think it's quite happened for him on this tour so far. That's nice from him. Might be a Real Madrid ball, it is. That was off Perotti last. Sergio Ramos out to the young left back, Rᴏᴍᴜ. Nacho. What about the way Roma are set up here, Pat?
Yes, the three in the middle having a little problem because they're fairly flat at times, with Pastore, De Rossi and Cristante across that middle three, where Madrid playing with Kroos really sitting deep and Isco and Ceballos either side of them willing to go and get on the ball. So they're having a little problem there, maybe need to get a little bit tighter, change the shape a little bit more to be able to get pressure on the ball a little bit more. And obviously Bale drifting into areas is causing them an issue in behind as well.
Another good win back by Carvajal, but it was at least stopped that time. Kolarov trying to change the approach here a little bit. Navas, have a look at that. It was offside anyway, but I don't think he knew it when he got that chest down, do you?
I didn't know what he was going to do there though, whether he was going to head it. I thought he just come through and cleaned this out with his head, but in fairness to him, he was calm, wasn't he? He was thinking about passing the ball down on his chest, head up to play. Unfortunately for him, the linesman put his flag up.
Well, the crowd are loving it and they're all chanting Keylor, Keylor, Keylor. Can Thibaut Courtois do that?
No, I don't think so. I think Courtois is a very, very good goalkeeper. I'm not sure he's in the calibre of his feet as the current Real Madrid goalkeeper.
I don't think 90% of outfield players are either.
That's true. I don't think there's too many centre-halves would have done what he just done there.
Toni Kroos. Confident as ever, Carvajal, Asensio, Nacho. They're looking fairly mean and magnificent here, Real Madrid. Carvajal. Sorry, I was going to mention to you a few minutes ago. Remember, this is the team that could only finish third in La Liga.
Yeah, that's a worry. That's what I'm saying. They'll want to get closer to Barcelona, like you say, but you know, maybe it's a release as well for some of these players with Ronaldo gone, like you say, the likes of Bale and Isco as well. As Asensio, you know, come out and be the player you should be, because they've got real talent, there's no doubt about that. The range finder there from Isco.
Here's Florenzi for Roma. They never just fade away when they're behind in games, Roma, these days. Ģeko kept forging a path forward. Kolarov, will he hit this? Tried to square it, deflected by Bale, who arrived to help.
Here's this piece of skill again. The goalkeeper out of his box. 2 chest touches, 1 up in the air. Takes it down on the second one. Watch him, he's got his head up looking around. Different class.
He certainly didn't look to the assistant far side to see if there was a flag or not. Ruined his moment, really.
There he is again, just pings one onto the chest. I think it was Isco, was it? I'm not too sure, but a great ball again.
This is certainly Gareth Bale. Just beyond Benzema. Rᴏᴍᴜ. It's a good win by Florenzi. De Rossi. Ģeko battling away, but nothing doing for him, really. On by Isco. Gross. Ceballos.
They've dropped right off now, Roma, haven't they? They've decided maybe we're pressing too high and we've been picked off too easy, but there again, ball in behind.
Well, had no problem finding room. Sergio Ramos. Ģeko starting to cut a rather frustrated figure for Roma. Goodness me, they are toying with Roma at the moment. Layoff releases Bale again. Good cover again by Florenzi. This is mighty impressive from Real Madrid, isn't it, Pat?
Yeah, they've been very good. Like you say, when Roma pressed them, they passed it around them. When they dropped off, being able to switch the play from left to right, right to left. It's been a very, very positive performance from Real Madrid so far. And Roma haven't been that bad, in fairness to them. They just haven't been able to get near them in the middle of the pitch. And they have a major problem in there. Kroos is playing the game in second gear. Nobody's got a tackle on him yet. Interesting to see does the manager tweak it a little bit.
Well, the thing is, surely Roma's greatest strength last season was that midfield 3, Strootman, Nainggolan and De Rossi. And 2 of them are not on the field at the moment. One's gone for good.
Yeah, like you say, Pastore, a new player as well, maybe feeling his way into it as well.
Here's the one that remains, De Rossi, and here is Pastore. Got to prove himself. Not like that. Benzema. I think the problem really for Pastore is throughout the tour there's yet to be any special moment or any semblance that this is the right team, the right setup, the right club for him.
Yeah, when you come into a club and as a new player, Madrid break away again.
Time and time again. Rᴏᴜᴜ. Nothing wrong with that cross.
Yeah, just saying, when you come in as a new player, the one thing you want to do is try hit the ground running, that your teammates get confidence in you, your manager gets confidence in you, you get confidence yourself as well. Like I say, it's a brand new move for him, and he would have wanted to start better than he has. But it's still pre-season for him. Manager doesn't look too happy at all.
So while we head for the water break, this is the ball for the assist by Gareth Bale, right on the money. Marco Asensio did the rest, the momentary hesitation by Olsen.
Yeah, it's a fantastic ball from Bale. Like I said, the outside of his left boot straight into his pad, and he finishes it really well.
Bale with both the assist and the goal, and this one all by himself. It's a great ball up to him, but he does the rest. He runs away from Marcano and he squares up Olsen. Only one outcome.
Yeah, and he brings him short as well. Carvajal, I think it is, plays the ball in behind him. He switches it in onto his left side, just guides it back across his body. Here you see him, like I said, the defender's got a serious problem now. He's in the box, just rolls across as the way he's coming back across the way. Fantastic finish from Bale.
Brilliant, brilliant. He has been. Wonder goal the other night, and nobody can get near him here.
And the manager must be delighted, you know, new into the club as well. He's seen his team with a lot of young boys the other day give some fantastic performance. He's seen the senior players come in, step up to the plate as well tonight, you know, so he'd be delighted with what he's seen in this tour so far.
A lot of tinkering for Rᴏᴍᴜ to do, perhaps looking for a better setup here.
Yeah, it might be a good time for his water break, like he said. He's able to get his message across. Maybe he will tinker with the system. They haven't been able to get to Madrid in the middle of the pitch, and he might change it a little bit, maybe. I don't know, try to get someone a little bit closer to Rᴏᴜ.
He's looked a bit dejected, has Edin Dzeko. Looking for a bit more from those around him.
Yeah, I think as the half has worn on, he's got a little bit more isolated, hasn't he? He started off with plenty of bodies around him, but they've got deeper, and he's been left isolated at the top end of the pitch for Roma.
Well, they waited, taking shelter with the thunder and lightning raging around the stadium for a couple of hours. The kickoff was delayed, but well worth the wait. Nobody's been disappointed by this. Every time the ball's given away by Roma, Real Madrid look ready to pounce on them. Ceballos, one back by Pastore. Looked for Dzeko and found him. Florenzi. El Shaarawy. Cut up by Ramos. Reguilón. What a touch that is by Kroos. Not so good. Tight to that touchline by Asensio. He's made his mark up the other end though, hasn't he? Florenzi looks to be carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders. We don't, of course, know the level of fitness, and moreover, we don't know how hard Rᴏᴜ is working his players on the non-match days at the moment.
It is, and it is a point pre-season. Like, he may be working him really hard, and you know, he's more concerned with what's coming up in the league rather than, you know, this tournament. But Real Madrid have been very good tonight. I don't think Roma have been overly bad. Madrid have just come up against a good Madrid team that's really, really on top of their game at the moment.
Flag stayed down. Just beyond Dzeko is a great ball in, and Kolarov made an extra man in there. Perotti went for it, in behind Dzeko. Ramos. Ball's just been zipped around, isn't it? 1 and 2 touch. Mighty impressive.
Yeah, the movement has been different class, you know, off the ball, you know, the little movement to open up space for other players, not just to receive yourself. That's been the difference with the team. Madrid's movement has been first class.
Isco to Kroos. Ceballos. Not quite ready to receive it, Asensio, but Real Madrid have it back again with Reguilón. Now it's Benzema, and Olsen at last makes a save and might be feeling better now.
He hasn't been able to make too many saves, like you say, but it's a decent save. Benzema gets it out of his feet here. Only one thing in his mind, hit the target. Comfortable enough save for the goalkeeper. You expect him to save it.
Benzema again. Two towering centre-backs there, but he was above both of them. Fazio and Marcano. By Perotti to Kolarov. Steered backward by Ramos. Ceballos, tidy from him. Tidy all round from Real Madrid. Carvajal, Bale. So many Roma players are just marking spaces, Pat, aren't they?
Yeah, but you look at the game and you look at Cruz.
Carvajal gets into the space. Oh, it's fantastic football from Real Madrid. Was there an arm on that on the line? Doesn't look like it. No VAR here, of course, so Pat, you'll get your moment to decide. Fazio will probably get the credit for the block.
Yeah, it was a great move, wasn't it? Fantastic, patient move down the right-hand side. Here you see it, Carvajal onside, whips the ball in towards that near post. Benzema can't get on it. If it's a handball, it's very harsh because it's, you know, it's zooming at him and he can't get out of the way it is.
Nobody appeal, which is a bit of a telltale sign, isn't it? That's going to be a Roma free kick.
Yeah, the point I was making there, all the movement ahead of, you know, Isco, Ceballos, Benzema, Asensio, Bale. Cruz is the one sitting in the middle of the pitch making everything happen. Like I said, he's played with no pressure on him, and there, that's Ramos's lucky boy there, because he's gone in with 2 feet and he has that. We've seen him doing that before. He's capable of this. And that's a naughty challenge in a pre-season game.
Perotti leaves it to Kolarov. Flat one was a good one, and it's a little poke by Pastore, not far away, but still he waits for something special to happen.
Yeah, and that could have been a moment, like you say, he just poked his foot out. You know, I'm not sure that was a deliberate free kick, but here you see the ball in along the ground. I think it's Kolarov, is it? And just sticks a foot out. Pastore couldn't guide it into the far corner like he was trying to do.
Now maybe for Dzeko. Well, Ramos was alert. Dzeko was looking for something he didn't get. El Shaarawy couldn't win it. Nacho comes away with it for Real Madrid. They're a bit free and easy playing out tonight, aren't they? I don't think we'll see that in the Super Cup or in La Liga games, but Roma have not punished them.
No, that's twice now. Navas has given the ball away from kick-outs. Dzeko down too easy for me, you know, he's just gone over too easy. Stay on your feet there, he's got a chance of scoring. But like I say, Navas, that one trying to play longer into midfield, ball picked off. And that's where they're giving themselves a little problem. Isco getting caught possession, keeper maybe overplaying at times. But I think when you've got a goalkeeper like that, you've got to take that risk, don't you? It's going to happen in a game.
Everybody wants the ball for Real Madrid. Here's Rᴏᴍᴜ. Cross, just nobody getting near him. Forward by Carvajal, trying to float it in behind Marcano. It somehow reached Dzeko. Ramos engages him again.
It's exactly what Ramos wants as a centre forward, doesn't he? He wants a man up close to him tight, wants a big battle with him, doesn't like the little small ones that play around him, but he knows Dzeko wants a fight.
Ramos has given it away. De Rossi. Rᴏᴜᴜ, good work from him. And no way through. Bale from deep. Everybody on the move again. Isco it was the most forward that time. De Rossi under pressure. Did well to come away with that one. Well, the man down here. It's Marco Asensio, I think. score of the first goal.
Yeah, I think it's Cristante just caught him in the tackle, and not that one. I think that was his second one.
Hopefully no harm done. Ceballos to Kroos. On by Benzema. Here's Nacho. Isco's got to scurry. Kroos, always the switch is on as well. Florenzi had to go for that.
Yeah, some of the Roma players getting a little bit frustrated now at the moment, because Madrid really, you know, knocking the ball about and little tricks in the middle of the pitch.
Not inclined to write them off though, Roma, as much of a chasing as they've had in this half. We know that from last season in the Champions League. That was a bit agricultural by Fazio. He might pay for it, so might Roma. I'm not sure Olsen was getting that one either. Not far away at all from Ceballos.
No, it's a good strike from Ceballos, like you say, with his right foot. I'm not sure the keeper's getting across to that, as you say. Again, poor play in the centre half, just put his boot through it, nowhere, straight into Ceballos, gets it out with his feet. He's not too far away. I'm not sure the keeper's getting anything on that.
De Rossi robbed by Benzema, who works tirelessly for the others, doesn't he? So many other dazzling players around him. Bale to hit it. Not quite this time. That's the difference as well right there, isn't it? Neither Marcano or Fazio really want the ball for Roma. Pat.
No, I'm not sure the keeper's confident enough to play it and pop it over the head like Madrid do. But the two centre-halves definitely not comfortable getting on the ball in them positions. But the work rate of Madrid, they've been very good in the ball, there's no doubt about that. First touch has been brilliant, movement's been brilliant, but the work rate to get the ball back, as soon as they lost it, they've gone and pressed the ball. Even the point there's throw in, you know, on the far side, Bale straight over. Once the ball went out of play, he was over there to stop the quick throw in. And you can hear the manager on the sideline, he's the one at them and making sure that they're all working hard.
And you can probably also hear the rapturous reception here in New Jersey that this Real Madrid show is receiving. De Rossi's doing his very best to get a foothold in that middle of the field, but he has been swamped just as much as the stadium was swamped earlier here by the torrential rain. Deadened the pitch a little bit, and we saw that there as well. There's no zip on that pass, but despite that, Real Madrid have moved the ball around magnificently. Benzema, they come from everywhere. Rᴏᴍᴜ sliding in. Gets up and down the field well, doesn't he?
He certainly does. He's been very impressive on that side. Rᴏᴜ, like you say, he wants to join up in the play all the time. Going back to the movement is different class. They're not staying in positions, they're all interchanging. The only one that sits there is Kroos. The rest of them have a license to go and play where they like. You know, it's been very impressive.
Kolarov. That's nice from him. That really hasn't worked, has it? That ball in from the left so far for Roma. 2 minutes. The youth squad are out there, far side, just having a little stretch. If you didn't see the other night, please stay tuned, is all I can say. Nothing doing for Dzeko. Ramos slid in, enjoyed that, didn't he?
Yeah, he sees the danger, doesn't he? He sees where all the dangerous areas are. Near post, he does that brilliant there, little cover as well.
Pastore, that's a bit better. Edin Dzeko just ran away from him slightly.
He's taking that one in the face. Carvajal.
Might put a different complexion on it now if Roma could score from a set piece here. Not like that. Might be time for one last attack from Real Madrid. Isco. It was almost over the top of Kolarov's head. He did well really to get something on it. Time pretty much up here in the first half. Magnificent Real Madrid. We waited for the rain to abate, but it has been pouring down on Roma since the game started. Marco Asensio with the tap-in after a brilliant piece of play by Gareth Bale, and he only went and topped it.